equal to space. So which means this is a syntax. So the syntax is first you have to use for, then you have to have a variable name here, any name, variable, then in keyword. Now what is our array name? ARR. After that you have to use a colon after. So this is a variable, this is array, then colon. Okay, next colon, then print a element, print this variable element. Okay, makes sense, right? From until here.
Yeah.
In this case what we did was, what we did means, so element, what it do, elements means a variable, which means element takes first 0 index of what array has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 5 6 5 7 8 9 10, right?
Yeah.
First element will be 1, it prints element of 1, which means 0 index is 1, it print 1, first 1, then it prints element will be 2, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this case, in this code, element equal to 1 first, because array is 10 numbers, right? Then element equal to 2, element equal to 3, element equal to 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, up until how many numbers we have. So and also I give some things here. If you guys go ahead and do this one, uncomment and do, um, I'm also sending what did I say, I'm going to send the uh, I'm also going to send okay, I'm going to send the those link, the link. Okay, so that is called okay, element iteration, right? Next,
Yeah.
there is a dynamic array. So array means fixed size. What is the array size means? It is fixed. Array means fixed size. Array
Savannah,
means,
can you turn down your stuff?
what was that?
Alright. Hmm?
So array means fixed in size. Array means fixed size. But example of there is a dynamic array. Dynamic array means you can resizing an element. Dynamic means resize. So dynamic means dynamics are very great. Dynamics are very, so there are two types. Static array means elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. Okay, dynamic array means initially located with a fixed capacity and resized by allocating a new larger array and copying elements. So we'll see. Okay, I'm going to declare this is going to be okay, let's say class. I'm using class. I'm going to give a name called dynamic array. Okay, dynamic array. Next I have, okay, so I'm going to use inside uh, def init, so if I say, if I come where is that, if I come here, if I type self dot self dot array equal to empty array, self dot array equal to, it's a create an empty array. So next one, uh, okay, next one, self dot capacity, capacity, self dot capacity is equal to 1. Self dot capacity means 1, uh, starts star starts with capacity of 1, capacity of 1. Okay, self dot capacity equal to 1 starts with capacity of 1. Next, self dot size, equal to 0, okay, so 0. So next, I'm going to take other method. I'm going to take other method. Okay, so we have a class name called dynamic array. Self dot init of self is the keyword. Here you have a variable self dot array equal to empty. Self dot capacity is equal to 1, starts with a capacity of 1. Self dot size is equal to 1 0, because this is an empty array, right? Empty array means there is no value, means the size is 1, there are no elements, right?
Yeah.
If I go here, I'm going to have other method. I'm using append method. Append of, I'm taking two parameters. One is self, comma, next one is the value. I will explain the code, but don't worry, just look at what we are going to do. This is if self dot size equal to self dot capacity. Okay, self dot size, okay, I don't need to write it down. Okay, self dot size is equal to self capacity, which means what is our capacity? 1. In this case, if self dot size equal to self dot capacity, means both has to be equal. If self dot size is equal to 1, if self dot capacity equal to 1, both are equal. Makes sense, right? This code, this sentence, this line of code makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if both are equal to left side and right side, like self dot size is equal to 2, for example, then right side self dot capacity equal to 2. If both are true, then it will go inside. So it will, let's say, double the capacity. So let's say self dot capacity equal to self dot capacity times 2. Self dot capacity equal to self dot capacity times 2 capacity. Okay, if the capacity equal to, if both are equal, then it goes inside. Okay, so now I'm going to write new array equal to 0. Okay, new array equal to 0 times self dot capacity. Create a new array with doubled capacity. So create a new array with doubled capacity. Okay, next, copy elements to new array. So new array. Okay, how do we copy? So let's say for I in range, now self dot size means what? Length, right? Self dot size means length. Because length,
Yeah.
if I 0, because it starts from 0, if self dot size, which means the length is 7, when it's going to end? If the length is 7, when it's going to end? 6. Yeah, because we go through each index from 0, right?
Yeah.
So it starts from 0 index. So if I go here, new array of equal to, new array of I equal to self dot array I. So then you have to come here, self dot array equal new array means replace, which means replace old array with new array. So okay, next, self dot size is equal to self dot size plus 1. I will explain each thing what we did here, so don't need to worry. Def display for I in range of self dot size, then print of I comma, and next print. So here let's say testing the dynamic array. Let's say okay, um, testing the dynamic dynamic array. Okay, testing the dynamic array. Let's say you have to call method. I am saying dyn dynamic arr dynamic array is equal to dynamic array of. So you're calling this dynamic array for class. You're creating an object, right?
Yeah.
So you're creating an object for this class. What will be the this dynamic array? Now you can use that object dyn dy of n or append of 1. So append of oh, I don't need so many. Maybe I will keep 3. Okay, 1 2 3. Now you call, what will be the output will be? So anyone can guess what will be the output? It's okay if you don't know. I can explain everything.
I don't know.
Oh sure, and I will explain. So see, 1 2 3, because we don't have anything, right? Append means it will add n to the end. So okay, so I'm going to explain everything. Okay, so here dynamic array means we can add and we can adjust. So it says I'm going to uncomment this one. Make sure that we don't need this all. Okay, so if I go here, run this code, we have self dot self value equal to out of range. So we will fix this one, but make sure that what we are doing here 92 dynamic array. So okay, so here okay, one thing I'm going, what is the class name here?
Dynamic
Dynamic array. So there is a one function, init function. Init function, you init, for a init function you don't need to you don't need to you don't need to you don't need to call this method. Okay, you don't need to write a object to call. Once you init method will automatically calls when you create an instance of the class, means you create an object of the class. So so here one important thing, don't worry if you don't understand. Main important thing is okay, so this is called create an empty array. So this is a initialize an empty array, empty list to store an element. So because you need a container for storing an elements, right? You need a container for storing an element. So this is an empty array. Next, self dot capacity is equal to 1. So we starts with capacity of 1. Okay, what is our capacity? Equal to 1. Next, self dot size is equal to 1. So which means, anyone can guess this is means initial size is 0. Which means size is 0 means there are no elements, right? No elements. Size is 0 means no elements, right? Because but if index is 0 means there is one element, right? Then the size will be 1. If there is no elements means there is no size, means there is no elements. So there is no elements. So there is no element. Empty means here there are boxes uh, but there are no elements, right? There are no elements, so which means size equal to 0 means there are no elements. So if we have one element means size will be 1. Okay, next one. Okay, so class dynamic array is this line defines a class name called dynamic array. The define init method, this is the constructor method. This is the constructor method that is called when a new instance of dynamic array created. Okay, so uh, here I'm going to write this is the constructor constructor method that is called when a new instance of dynamic array created. Okay, so this is you initializes create an empty array means you initializes an empty array list to store the elements of the array. Okay, self dot capacity. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are here, I'm sorry. Oh, something.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Yeah.
I just like to keep my microphone muted when I'm
Okay.
not talking.
Yeah,
So you don't like hear background noises.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Self dot capacity is equal to sets the initial capacity of the array to 1. Okay, self dot means this sets the initial size means number of elements of the array to 0 means there is no elements. So that's that. Next one, there is another method called append. There is another method called append means self dot value. Here the def append self comma value defines a method name. What is a method name? Append. That takes one argument is the value. One argument, one, it can be an argument, but this is a self and this is the argument. One argument is called a value. One argument called value, right? One argument called value. So if self dot size is equal to self dot capacity, which means it checks if the current size of the array is equal to its capacity. If the current size, let's say if the 0 equal to self dot capacity, so it checks if the current size of the array is equal to its capacity. Okay, so next you can also do here called debugging. So the debugging is print of, you can use f string and then I'm saying size means, so I'm using self dot size and capacity, self dot capacity for debugging. Okay, so self dot capacity is equal to self dot capacity times 2. If multiplying self dot capacity equal to self dot capacity times 2, then new array of equal 0 equal to self dot capacity. So which means it creates a new list. It creates a new list with the new capacity initialized with a 0. Okay, which means new array of 0. Okay, new array equal to index of 0 times self dot capacity. Okay, whatever it will be, then it will be our new array. Okay, if the index of 0 equal to 1, 1 times capacity equal to 1, 1 times 1, 1, new array will be 1. So for I in range, self, which means it iterates everything. It iterates over the elements to copy them to the new array. Now next here new array of I equal to self dot array I. New array of I equal self dot f array copies each elements from the old array to the new array. Self dot array equal to new array replaces the old array with the new array. Replace the old array with the new array. Next, self dot array, self dot size equal to value, which means adds the value to the end of the array. Adds the value, adds the new value at the at the end of the array. Okay, next self dot size is equal to self dot size plus 1. Next, define display method and self for I in range self dot size, print self dot array of I comma self dot end of this, means print each element followed by space. Then print this one for the new line. So this code which means print each element ple each element followed by a space, okay. This one, do not worry if you don't understand. We will go through. The main important thing is we have to read each line of code what it does. So this print means this print a new line after displaying all elements. So defines a method. So defines def method. This is our define method. Self defines a method named display that takes no arguments. Self we don't count in arguments, but there is no arguments here. Okay, so here dyn array equal to, this means create a instance of a dynamic array. What is this? Creates a new instance, means object instance of dynamic array. So this one appends the value to the array 1. So this one next appends the value 2. So here, so okay, so here what we have done here, oh, okay, so here, so if self dot size is equal to self dot capacity, then print this one, self dot capacity is equal to self dot times 2 new array of 0 times self capacity. For I in range of self dot size, new array of this, then new array of this. Next one, this is a self dot array. Next, self dot array of self dot size is equal to value. Next, self dot size is equal to self dot size plus 1. Next, define display of self for I in range of self dot size. So print of self dot array of I comma and space. This is print each element followed by space. Then print method. So now we have to do here, let's say why it's going to fix. So it says index error, list assignment index of out of range 9 number 80. So it says 9 number 80. How can we fix this one? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a one small homework. You guys needs to fix this one to tomorrow when you come to the class. You have to fix this one, and I want you to explain each line of code. Okay.
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 Okay, so one important thing here, so you have to tell me, you guys has to tell me what is the error, where we find an error, what is the error causing. So okay, what is an error, what is the what the problem to get an error. Okay, so we will go through each thing. Okay, we will go through each thing. So if we find, if we have an error, so which means this is a class name, this is a method, init method, we are creating an empty array, self dot capacity is equal to 1, the capacity initially 0 elements. So append method, what does it do? If self dot size is equal to self dot capacity, print this one, then self capacity is equal to self dot capacity times 2. If this one will happen, so if you have any problems, then go here, like make a breakpoint. Okay, so breakpoint, go to the run and start debugging. Then you can step one step ahead. So append, we are in a append function. So if I step here, now we are in a display function. So dynamic array equal to append 1. So we have an error, exception has occurred, index error. Okay, list assignment index out of range. So line number 40 80, index error, list assignment index out of range. So you have to find why it's out of range. Okay,
Okay.
this is gonna be tomorrow assignment. So from tomorrow I'm going to ask you about one important thing: what is a big O notation, what is data structure, what is a algorithm, and this line of code, what is a for loop, what is a list, what is array, what is method. So these all things I'm going to ask you tomorrow. Do you
Okay.
have any questions?
Will this be posted on Canvas?
What's that?
Will this be posted on Canvas?
Yeah, okay, let me do it. Thank you so much for reminding me. I'm
Yeah.
going to do it now so that we don't miss, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to the our class, going to the files. So you guys has to do your best, don't need to worry. Okay, our goal is to learn, not to go faster. So our goal is in desktop, hopefully Python 3. It's in the Mason file. What is the folder name here? Okay, Python 3. Okay, so this is in the folder mason1.py, right? Where is mason. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to open this one. Okay, it's in Canvas right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's in
Or
Canvas.
is that?
Okay, so
Yeah.
my goal, okay, I'm going to stop this one. Goal is to explain each line of code, why we got an error. Okay, why we have an error. Okay, so make
Okay.
sure uh, when you have rules, make sure that this one goes everything inside the function. Okay, inside the function. See, this means if this is okay, then it will happen everything. But if this is
Okay.
false, if the size if size is not equal to capacity, it goes here, line number 80. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
so
All right. Is that all?
no, so do you have any questions here?
I think I got it all.
Is the homework on Canvas? Is it the please do the W3 schools Python up to OOP?
No,
or
that's
is-
last week's. That's last
Oh.
week's.
No,
Okay.
that's last week, but we haven't finished the homework.
Okay.
I think Landon
So-
was there, not there. Mason was the only. Okay, I'm going to explain what was the homework is. So this homework, I will give you time the whole week to complete
Okay.
this one. Complete the whole week from here to take. So spend however long you want to spend to finish this one. You guys know, right? How? So it take how? Let's see, if I wanted to explain variable, I have to go to the terminal. I have to write the code and I have to explain. Okay, x is equal to 5, y equal to John. X is a int variable. Y equal to John is a string variable. Now printing
So
x and
this is for explain everything from Tuesday's homework.
yeah, Tuesday's homework.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where do we find the 5 questions that we answer next time?
Okay, I'm going to upload those questions tonight at okay, tonight I'm going to upload. But the main important thing is today is few things. I want you to explain me this whole line of code. If you don't understand, go YouTube, go to Google. So Google it and Google it. If you don't find it, then if you don't find it, what you have to do? So let's say this coin, I'm going to change self dot, okay, array dot append. So here I'm going to pass a value. Okay, let's see. So I'm making very, see, okay, I'm making life is little bit easier, but there are some errors. You guys has to figure it out where we have an error, what is the error. Okay, anyways, so if you cannot find out, then we can fix tomorrow. Okay, so okay, so python 3 space mason1 dot py. Oh, it's working, eh? It's working. Size 1 capacity 1, size 2 capacity 2. If the size 1 capacity 1 equal to then this. So I'm going to explain this code tomorrow, but this is a dynamic array. The tomorrow main important thing is please write it down. It takes at least 2 to 3 hours to do. First thing is, what is data structure, what is the algorithm? Did you guys write it down?
Yeah, I have it written down in my notes.
Oh, nice. Landon, you?
Yep.
Then I wanted you to use YouTube or Google to find out what is a big O complexity chart.
Okay.
Okay, then you have to explain me what is O of 1, what is O of log n, what is O of n, what is n log n, what is O of n square. And then we this one, this, and this one, what is this? The file that I uploaded, but I got the answer. I make because you guys are new, and then I made the correct code. I'm going to explain tomorrow deeply. You know, when you make a video, so this all takes 2 hours, which means you have to have a 2 hours video. Make
Alright.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you submit.
So,
Okay, go ahead, Mason.
what is the file called for the
Mason 1. Mason
5
1.
questions?
Oh, five questions. I'm going to just give you the 5
Oh,
questions.
I mean, yeah, no, for the
This one.
sorry, yeah, for that one.
This is mason1.py.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, mason1.py. So I promise you guys are very smart. I have seen you the first day, and if you put the effort, and you will be great. So you have to submit 2 things. Okay, so how many hours of video do you guys need to submit?
2 hours.
2 hours. Mostly it will take 3 hours if you go deep dive into all the topics, because when you explain this code, there are few things you have to explain. What is a class and what is a object? This is also object here. This line, the instance or object of the class. Object of the class. So how you gonna explain this code? Let's say class is dynamic array, right? Then you have to come here, then go to the W3 school. What is a class? Then you can come here, what is an object? Now you have to explain all of this with examples. Make sense?
Yeah, and so this will all be posted on Canvas.
Okay, so I
I
just
mean, not this, sorry, but like we record it and we like explain it and stuff, and then we upload it for our homework.
yeah. So okay, that's a good question. Thank you so much for bringing. So I'm going to create an assignments for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to write it down. DSA. Okay, DSA assignment. Please record 3 hours of video. 3 hours of video of data DSA, data structures and algorithms, and big O notation, and explain each line of code from mason1.py file, and also submit both the videos and file. Okay, make sense, guys?
Yep.
This is gonna be
Yeah, pretty much.
okay, this is going to be 100 points. Okay, so now before I'm going to, today is day 8, so available from 8 until Tuesday 9, then the 5:59. If the class starts at okay 5:59. Save and publish. So before the class, it's going to end. Okay. So how many time? Okay. Okay. Landon and Mason, go. Each one go and explain me what you have to do for Mason1.py.
So we have to explain like what's wrong and like.
Oh, I already
We
fixed
have-
the wrong. Wrong
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Okay. So
We have to explain all the code.
each
and
line of
then-
code, yes.
Yeah, each line of coding,
Mhm.
and then we have to talk about the object at the very bottom.
Okay, no, one thing I wanted to correct. Let's say if we are talking about class, class is equal dynamic array, then you have to
Yeah.
explain me what is class.
Okay.
Okay, then you have to go to the W3 school, then you have to explain all this with class. Okay, now you say, hey, brother Vinny, Python is an object oriented programming language. Then you have to explain what is a class. So you have to explain all this. Then when you explain init method, what is init method? You have to ask yourself question and explain init function. This example above are class or objects. So you have to read this one, explain. When you go to the self.array, what is self? Then you have to explain what is self here. There is a meaning here. Then when you go to what is array, then you have to come here, explain arrays. Make sense? Then you have to explain all
Yeah.
of this. Make sense, guys?
Yeah. So we do that up to which
Yep,
one?
that makes sense.
Up to it starts from 62 until 98.
Okay.
Because you don't need to explain all, because here is array, here is an array. So only one time explanation is fine. Then what is this two meaning? What is this line of meaning? If I say if, then you go to here, you have to come here, explain about if else loops, how it
Alright.
works.
Yeah.
Make sense, guys?
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Vinny.
Thank you. What is the third thing?
The if else.
No. After this file mason.1py,
Oh,
there is
is
other
it
things.
explaining everything?
Data structure. What is data structure? What is algorithm? And what is a big O notation? You have to search it and come up with an explanation. Okay. Thank you, guys.